warming. It's warming. Come on, Walter. Let's do jazz hands.
Jazz hands from the new location for you.
There you go, jazz hands. I'm doing jazz hands. There we go. Shout out to everyone. Well, I hope you got your big girl panties on. Welcome back to the Hank Strange. This is our podcast show called Who Moved My Freedom?
Who moved the studio?
Yeah. Yeah. The studio got moved once again. So it's a little bit crazy here. It's just, I know everyone's going to complain. Everyone's going to be racist against the wall because it's just a white wall.
Why are you so white, Holmes?
We'll clean all that up. This is episode 342 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's called We're in a New Studio and Buckshot Update. Hopefully we'll get Babyface P to come on here and talk to you guys and give you an update. He's not home right now, so we're waiting. We're waiting for him to he should be on just a little bit late here. He'll be coming on. Tell you what's going on with Buckshot. I believe that he had some kind of surgery or something today, but we'll let Babyface get all that stuff out there to you guys as well. I know before he does that, I want to thank you, Walter, and all the other folks out there who gave some money to the GoFundMe that Babyface has. If you go to GoFundMe and put in the words Buckshot, you'll see it. You can also find it on Babyface P's Instagram page, which who knows if that's working because Insta is down.
Oh man,
for a lot of people, as well as Facebook. You can't post on Insta right now, right?
I got one of them. I tried earlier today to post two things and it wouldn't go through. Just a couple minutes ago, I got one to go through, but the second one doesn't want to go.
Yeah. So
and I was trying to post earlier on Facebook Marketplace, and it wouldn't take any photos either. So
yeah, Facebook's I couldn't post anything on Facebook. I tried to do this. So for all the folks who are out there, this is the reason why you have to subscribe to the podcast here. This all goes live on Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded. That's my B channel. This is my B channel right here. So you guys need to subscribe and then ring the bell somewhere down there. Ring the bell so you'll get notified because stuff like this will happen. I think Twitter is working. And LinkedIn is working. So we're on Twitter. We're on LinkedIn. If you have those things, you can follow us there. It's Hank Strange. Walter, you're not on LinkedIn, are you?
No.
Okay. Are you?
LinkedIn. That's where people can
to get jobs.
Yeah, you know.
Job thing.
I got so freaking tired of getting people wanting to be my buddies on LinkedIn that I have no idea who they are.
Okay, people are trying to get jobs from you, trying to work.
No, they want to be in your group or whatever, you know, or share their identity. And I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. Oh.
Yeah, right. I see Archangel, by the way, posted the link here in the chat for Buckshot. I'll try to get Lola to go in there and post it as well. But Lola, what are you up to? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, don't break stuff, Lola.
No.
I heard something just now, some kind of metal on metal action going on. So someone's agreeing with you about LinkedIn. So yeah, if you guys want to help out with that, I appreciate it. So does Babyface P. So does Buckshot. If he could tell you what's going on there. What I know is Babyface was helping us move and all that kind of stuff. And then when we got done, I think this was on Saturday, he was like, because I was supposed to bring cameras here. It's kind of my fault, I guess. I forgot to bring the cameras here. I was going to lend him some cameras. So he said he would come out to my place and get the cameras and let Buckshot run around. And I guess when he got there and he was waiting for us to open the gate, and he let Buckshot out of the car like he usually does, I think Buckshot took after some of my neighbors, the people across the street, their dogs or something, and I don't know if he ran into something, but looks like he broke his jaw because his teeth just laid down and he was bleeding and all that kind of stuff. So by the time I got back, I was bringing the car from the studio, the R8, back to my place. So when I got there, I never saw Babyface or anything. Lola just told me, you know, there was a lot of blood and, you know, Patrick was really upset. Yeah. So, because, you know, that's his little son.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, you know, dogs are like people's children.
Yeah, they can be, yes.
Yes. And so, you know, Buckshot moves fast, too. So who knows what he ran into.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. So,
oh, crap. Sorry about that. What the hell?
What is that?
Something on Instagram. I didn't know it was going to make noise.
Yeah, you got to mute. You got to.
I know. I got to do that right now.
Thing. Yeah.
The next thing I know, Tyvin will be texting me or something. You know.
Oh right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. So we're gonna get into that. We'll get into lots of others. There's a ton of stuff going on in the news. So.
Yeah, there is actually
just a lot of stuff going on in the news. So while we're waiting for Patrick, we can get into that. By the way, J Loafers gave us $2. Thanks, J Loafers. We appreciate it. So the update here on the studio, I don't know if anyone wants to know. I know we were talking about it on Friday when we were here. So we moved to it. We moved to a different place here. This is more of like an office building that we're in now, as opposed to where I was before. I'll when I've got stuff sorted out here a little bit better, I'll give you guys a tour. It's basically upstairs from my barber, Mo Money. So if you're in Gainesville and you know where Design Cuts, that's Mo Money's barbershop, Design Cuts. It's upstairs.
Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, today's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What happens on Wednesday, man? You get it tightened up, right?
Check it out.
You got it tightened up. There you go.
Mohawk, got the Mohawk maintained. And then when the guy came to put on the internet, you know, I sold the guy on getting his haircut over here. So,
oh wow,
yeah, yeah. Tyvin's seen my balls. Yes, the balls are here. We got our balls. We are pretty ballsy around here. So we'll do something. We'll do something with that. There's a lot of. I decided to put these shelves here right now. See, like, look, Walter.
I got the teacup. Yes,
the teacup survived.
Let's toast to the new shop, to the new studio.
Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon tea? Any Earl Grey?
Do you have any Brexit, please?
Yes, lots of Brexit.
Yeah, I saw a thing on Fox about this English girl who wrote a letter to the head of the UE, hoping that a 6-year-old British girl, hoping they could still be friends after Brexit.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't understand that whole. She doesn't understand that. Yeah. Big Clip says no tactical wall. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to get into like putting up too many things here and get into
too comfy.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. I just don't want to start drilling holes and getting into all that stuff.
Spend a lot of money.
That's what yeah. So one of the reasons, like, we do have people who sponsor us, you know, and like we had the guys from ATI Outdoors sponsoring us. Unfortunately, they're like cutting back and all that kind of stuff on expenses and things like that. So we kind of lost their sponsorship. That's, you know, I don't have any kind of issue with them or anything. You will see them here on the show. The folks from Gun Prime are sponsoring us right now. And what they're talking about, just so I'll let you guys know about this. And the thing is, we do need people to help us to do this, right? To like pay for the office space and all the expenses and stuff like that, like internet, etc., that goes into this. The Gun Prime guys are actually working right now with the Walther people that have that, you know, shoot it, love it, buy it deal. So if any folks out there, if you're ever interested in a Walther, and there's an opportunity for you to go in there, you can get the gun, try it out, and if you love it, buy it. If you don't, send it back. So just a, you know, shameless plug there. And thanks to the folks from Gun Prime for looking out for us, as well as you, Walter. You know, Safety Harbor helps us out here. You know, we've got Franklin Armory. Those guys are helping us out. So Real Cujo gave us $9.99. Thank you, my friend. He says, congrats on the new place. Thank you. I wonder, Harry's Holster helps us out as well. Lola's reminding me of that. Yep. So, and if you know, that's why I'm asking you guys. I'm not trying to get anyone to buy anything, but if you're in the market and you're looking to buy stuff, and if you're looking for a holster, go to Harry's Holster. If you're looking for guns, go to Gun Prime. They have good deals. We talk about it all the time.
Look what I just found.
So
I set it down and it was hidden behind it.
Oh, look at that. Where was that thing on Friday?
It was right next to in my studio
so tiny,
here.
It disappeared.
It was sitting next to a couple of AK mags hiding behind it. Yeah.
That video is up, right? I haven't even had a chance to even.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah.
Have you checked out the video yet?
Oh yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it's comedic. Yes, it's comedic. Yes.
So for anyone who looked at that video and commented and stuff, I haven't had a chance to answer any comments or anything. I spent all weekend moving. It's been crazy.
And then Buckshot got hurt. And
yeah, it's been a little crazy. I'm gonna catch up to everything. So let's see. Trying to see what else is going on here. It's gonna take us a couple. We had to move out of the other place, get the place cleaned up.
Right.
You know, which I think I finally did on Monday. Then yesterday, I actually, since there was going to be no internet, I had to drive up to Tallahassee because my son's car.
Still having problems?
Yeah. This is why I tell you I don't believe in used cars, man.
Well, you got a dud.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think
well, I don't know. You know, it's not so much being a dud. It's just finding what the problem is.
Well, so we changed the alternator on this car 4 times already.
It's not the alternator.
And the battery was no, they keep saying it's the alternator.
4 times in 2 months.
Yeah, 4 times in 2 months. Plus we did like 3. We changed the starter like 3 times. So when we went up there, battery was totally dead. We jumped it. We had to jump it.
Okay.
And then we drove it down there. So it was running for a while. We drove it down there and everything. Battery was dead again. So probably the alternator. And the people at the mechanic place are probably tired of seeing us because they have to keep working on that thing. Right. And so they've lost money already on that whole deal because they have to keep replacing it.
Yeah.
And it's a 99 Passat, and I think it's very difficult to get to that alternator. Either you have to take a whole bunch of stuff off, or even just lift out the engine or whatever to get to it. So, yeah. So I think maybe something's happening and killing the alternator every time.
The way you're telling me about the battery going dead when it's just sitting sounds like something is like there's a short or there's something that's draining the battery.
Yeah, could
when
be.
It's not being used. When you connect the battery, well, typically when you put battery, got the ground terminal on, you put the positive on, and when you put it on, if it sparks as you go to put it on, that means it's drawing. Something's causing it. Like there's power being taken away immediately. So
right.
But that sounds like it. If it just goes dead sitting, it sounds like there's something that's
it could be. And I noticed there was something attached when I was looking at it. So the battery leads, there's something else on there like an accessory, but there's no accessories in the car.
Oh, well.
So I asked them, I was like, can you guys find out what this thing is?
Or just take it off and see what happens.
Yeah, if it's not necessary, please remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a pain, but that's what we did yesterday. We drove up to what was that? When did we do that? Was that
was Monday.
Oh, that was Monday actually. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, today's
just a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on around here. So so DCG44's S says I had a Camaro once that would not charge because of a simple blown fuse. Yeah, there's something going on with this thing. These guys need to figure it out. Hopefully, they're Volkswagen experts, by the way.
Even sometimes it comes down to simple as like grounds. You got a bad ground where say like you get lights that, like I used to have a Fiat X19 that had the pop-up headlights, and sometimes they go.
Yeah,
they do weird shit. Well, a lot of times it's because someplace there's a ground there that's not going right.
And that looks like that fat bastard is saying that same thing.
Yeah.
Not Tim says battery has a parasitic draw. Yeah. So they've, I really hope they figure out what it is.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice.
Yeah, because it's a real pain, and it's kind of
Holy cow, man.
It's tough for him to deal with that.
You're kind of aware of this. These people buying their kids into college, kind of thing.
Yep, that's one of the news things.
The McLaughlin girl, Lori McLaughlin or Lori Laughlin,
she got arrested.
$1 million bond.
Yeah. Well, this is serious. This FBI, the FBI caught up to those guys.
I mean,
yeah, we're gonna get into that here in a sec. We'll get into it.
Into it. There's some good stuff in the news actually today.
Michael Pro says, "Give your kid the R8."
I don't think so.
Yeah,
that's a recipe for a total.
Yeah,
or being dead.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think so. No.
They
don't. They have not done anything in their lives
to deserve an R8.
Deserve anything like that. I, on the other hand,
well,
I probably
you've had to deal with this 99 Passat.
Yeah, I probably don't deserve it either, according to a lot of people. But whatevs. I think I've put in a lot of work, and I continue to put in a lot of work. Listen, so by the way, before I go on to other things, because I want to talk about a bunch of other stuff in regards to the GoFundMe for Buckshot that thanks to everyone who shared it. Thanks to the people who gave money. The Yankee Marshal actually shared it, and that was really cool.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that. So
yeah, he shared it on IG. I had no idea of that. So thanks to him for sharing that. It's, you know,
yeah. No matter what
that
you
was
think
pretty
about
cool
him.
of him. Yeah. Well, you know, Yankee Marshal is a nice guy, and he's a very charitable guy, and he definitely is an animal lover, someone who cares about animals and things like that. So it was really nice of him to share it. So I appreciate that. I heard, I'll let Babyface tell that story when he gets on here, but I heard some people were like, "Oh, why should we help out this guy?" I don't know if they saw my stuff, because I think there were some people saying when I looked at the Instagram, there were some people like, "Oh, this guy's got a whole bunch of expensive stuff." I'm not sure who they were talking about. That could be me. You know, whatevs.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to help anyone, but if you did help Buckshot, we appreciate it. If you're the kind of person that goes out there and helps other people, we all do that. We've all done that
everybody's
here.
got, a lot of people have their causes.
Yeah. So, you know, Michael Pro says, "Poor little guy." Yeah, you know, it's tough, and it's tough for Patrick. I know that. So,
I still can't post to the Instagram.
Yeah, Applebite says Yankee is unique. Yeah, but you know what? I don't think that he's not an evil person. So there you go. You know, he does a lot of stuff to help people. I think that most of his money that he makes from this and selling T-shirts. I know I've spoken to Sam from Fortune Freedom about that. He gives all that money away to charities and stuff like that. So right now we thank him. We appreciate him. You know,
wow, this is like, so somebody hack has the Instagrams and the Facebook been hacked?
I don't know, but it's still down for some people.
Yeah, I can't even refresh. It won't even refresh.
I was having that problem earlier.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think the fact that some people are able to get through, like I was able to get through for a couple of minutes, says that it's just something going on with their servers, probably.
Yeah,
I get DDoS probably.
Yeah,
I thought that one post went through, but it didn't. So
yeah. So we've got Babyface P here. What's up, Patrick?
Hey,
what's going on, man?
It's going pretty well today.
Okay, good. We were just talking about you.
Good. Hopefully, all good things.
I was gonna get into some bad stuff, but you know, I didn't get a chance.
I got into quickly.
You came on right at that time. So how's Buckshot doing?
Let's see.
Where is he? Is he down there?
You can't quite see him. Marley's got him. He's
Yeah.
very, very happy that
he's getting the baby treatment. So tell us what happened for the folks out there that know, because like when all this went down, I was, just so anyone knows, I'm innocent. I wasn't there.
So we went to Hank's after helping him move on Saturday, and one of the neighbor's dogs was out in the middle of the road, and we didn't see him, so we let Buckshot out, because typically when we get to Hank's, I typically let Buck out because Hank's in the country, and he'll go like lick at Sailor through. So that's Hank's dog. If anybody doesn't know, he'll go greet Sailor at the fence, and then whenever Hank opens the gate, him and Sailor go run off and have doggy playtime. But we didn't see this other dog, and Buckshot decided to chase him into the neighbor's yard. So this is the neighbor across from me.
So when he got out of the car or something, he went right after that dog?
He went straight to chase him, and he went into the neighbor's yard, and then probably, what would you say, 30 seconds he came back? It was right away. It was like a minute. Yeah, within a minute he came running back, and he was just like drooling blood, just pooling out of his mouth.
Wow.
And so Lola opened the gate. We brought him into the house to check on him, and his teeth were pushed. Basically, instead of being straight up and down like this, they were pushed backwards into his mouth. So we took him to the emergency vet Saturday night. They told us there's nothing they can do. Here's some pain meds. Go find a specialist on Monday who can do dentistry, because we thought it was broken teeth.
Right.
So we basically drugged him up until Monday so he could be comfortable. And then Monday morning, I took him to the local vet here that has a dentist on staff. He looked him over and said, no, it's not his teeth that are broken. It's the actual jawbone at the bottom here. It was basically split in two, and the teeth were attached to it and pushed back into his mouth. So they referred us over to Blue Pearl, which is a specialty surgeon here in Gainesville for dogs, specialty vet. And We brought him in for a consult, took him in on Tuesday morning. He stayed with them all day Tuesday. And today I picked him up at around noon. And basically unfortunately they weren't able to save his 4 front teeth. So what they ended up doing is removing the 4 small teeth in the middle. So dogs have their 2 canines. They have 2 incisors next to the canines and then 4 smaller incisors in between those 2.
Right.
Basically, those 4 small incisors got removed. And then they took a flap of skin from his gums, stitched over the closure to make sure that the hole is covered up,
Right.
And then sent him on his way. So they told us 10 to 14 days, just keep an eye on sutures to make sure nothing gets infected. There's no bone infections or problems like that. After 10 to 14 days, between 14 days and the month, the sutures will probably heal themselves, and then eventually those stitches will probably just fall right out.
So he has no wiring? Or
no, so they didn't end up wiring him because there was no reason to. If we would have been able to save the teeth, the best option would be to wire it all back forward. But they didn't have blood flow between Saturday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
There was no blood flow, so he was afraid that it's one of those. It's a toss-up. Will the teeth be viable? Will the bone be viable? Or is there not enough blood flow, and just pull them? So instead of basically risking like an abscess or rotten teeth that we'd have to go back and then get pulled, we just went whole hog, pull him out. Because he doesn't need them. It's as sad as that is, it's not going to affect him too much.
Okay.
But it's been hard. It's been real hard for us. So
yeah. No, I know it is, man.
He's back. He's plenty happy. You can see that he's getting plenty of love. We have a guest over, Jeff. He's staying the week with us.
What's up, Jeff?
But yeah, you can see. I brought him home today, and he was still a little groggy. And then Marley decided to come home from Jacksonville to stay with us. She has an exam on Friday, so she's back from Jacksonville just for tonight and tomorrow. And he was super excited to see her. I was just chopped liver when she came home.
Yeah. So how is he going to be able to eat going forward? Can he eat now?
Yeah. So he's on a soft food diet for 30 days. And really, honestly, those front teeth on dogs aren't used for a whole lot. That's why they're so small. They're used for picking up small things or like light things. Their main stuff is their canines for biting and grabbing, and then their back teeth for chewing. So basically, he'll eat like a regular dog. He won't have any problems. He'll lap it up and chew on it like normal.
Okay. Tango Hunter wants to know, like, if this was like roughhousing with the other dog. Did the people over next door to me do something to him?
No. So I don't think there was malice. There were some people that asked, like, do you think there was malice involved? Somebody hit him or something. I don't think so. My best guess as to what happened is he was running, and when this dog, as Hank likes to say, he's a knucklehead. When he's focused on chasing something, he's just total tunnel vision. I have a feeling this other dog, who's like half his size, ducked under something, and Buckshot didn't make
it right in,
and it got him right, because you can see a big gash like right across his lip. So I think the other dog dunked under a trailer hitch or under a metal trailer or something, and Buck just plowed right into it.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Skips Tactical. I see all the people out there. So, it's weird because when I got there, that little dog was still there, and he was like going up and down the gate. He even came onto our property.
I've never seen that dog before. I mean, I've only seen him within the last like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. So I don't know if he's a stray or somebody's actually taking care of him, but
yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on, but he was walking up, and then I could see that he was smelling something on the ground, probably
blood spots,
blood or something like that.
It was a really bad sight. It was dripping.
Yeah,
as he came up to us.
It was kind of weird too, because after I got back, or like, I don't know, 2 minutes after I got back in, a police car actually pulled up at the gate.
Really?
So I was like, oh crap, what is going on?
Did that have anything to do with anything?
No, when I went out there, it was, do you remember Trevor?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's Daddy Guns.
He's a cop now. Yep.
Yeah. Trevor is now, one of the deputy sheriffs in my neighborhood.
Nice. That's good.
So he decided to roll up on me, but we were like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no. So
what is going on?
Yeah. So I don't think there's any malice. I don't want to assume that somebody hurt him. I really don't think that's the case. I think it was just a total freak accident, and literally the worst possible outcome of a freak accident.
Yeah. Well, probably not if it happened within, if you guys got eyes on him that fast.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things. I don't know if this will slow him down or whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
Only time's gonna tell. So, do you
I
want to
doubt
talk about? Do
I
you want
doubt
to talk?
it.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's not gonna slow him down at all. I can promise you that.
Yeah, just might make him even crazier. So, do you want to talk about the GoFundMe?
Yeah, so we have a GoFundMe set up at the moment to help cover his bills. It's if you go to GoFundMe and do a search, it's just do a search for Buckshot, and it's the first thing that'll come up. His bill. So we're trying to cover as much as we can with some donations just to help. His bill today. So the first $800 or so from the emergency visit and then the Monday morning visits. I think it's about $800. I paid out of pocket. I luckily, I guess this is the reason I did it. I had sold a bunch of firearms maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right, getting ready for the wedding.
Getting ready for the wedding. Yeah, I sold a couple pistols and a rifle and some other stuff, trying to put some money together for the wedding. And it had been sitting as just a stack of cash on the nightstand. So we paid for all the first bit of it out of pocket. It was about $800. But today's bill was $2,500, and it's a bit of a shocker.
Yeah.
So we started a GoFundMe to try to cover.
That's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more than that. But.
I was expecting 3,500, so I was actually happy to get 2,500, not 3,500. Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is, the 2,500 is because they pulled teeth. If they would have done the wiring instead, it would have been 35. Oh. Either way, I'm happy he's feeling fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a GoFundMe. If you do a search on GoFundMe for Buckshot, it'll come up. Otherwise, I can link it if you want. But if anybody out there feels like donating, we would love it, but don't feel like you're obligated to. We're almost close to covering the whole bill. So at this point, if you don't have the money or whatever, don't feel bad at all. Like I'm trying. It's for anybody that doesn't know, I don't like to ask for help from people. Hank can attest to that. So writing this GoFundMe was very, very difficult for me. Because I'm not the type that likes asking for others. I feel like you should kind of stand on your own 2 feet. And it was very hard for me to ask. But if anybody feels like donating, we would love it.
Yeah, we absolutely appreciate it. And I know lots of folks out there shared it, opt out of gun control. There's a whole bunch of people. I don't want to miss anyone that shared it, just because all of this happened over a really crazy weekend. And I didn't exactly see everyone, but I know lots of people shared it. Yankee Marshall shared it. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, he put it up on his Instagram and then slapped down a couple people that were saying, why would you donate to this? So I appreciate that. I tried writing him a message earlier, but everything's broken. So
everything's so messed up.
Yeah. So I was I was just able to get through a message. So good.
If Yankee Marshall, on the rare off chance that he actually hears this, I really, really appreciate you sending that out. So
yeah. That was good of him. I know he's been in our thing, and our mediators have kicked him out and done all kinds of craziness.
I can't get into the comments of what people left because it'll immediately make me cry. So we're not going to talk comments. I have read through every comment.
Yeah. Listen, this is the thing. We all help each other out from time to time. This kind of thing happens. And I think that people who want to get caught up in all of those things when it comes to helping someone, if you don't want to help someone, don't help them. If you do help them, that's great. You know what I mean? I don't really understand why we're living in a world. I shouldn't say I don't understand why. We're just living in a world where people get into that kind of stuff.
I totally understand, because there are people out there, and this is the reason that it was hard for me to make it. There are people out there that will just e-beg for anything. Like, hey, I want a new iPhone. Help me pay for my new iPhone, which is stupid. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But this was a little bit different in that it was like an emergency bill. So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to ask people to help you, but in the end, it's very much appreciated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, hopefully this all helps him. He heals up, sooner than later. And then you're saying he can eat regular stuff. What's that?
I guess we better keep the ginormous dogs away from him for a little bit.
I don't know. Minnie, don't let Minnie sit on him or anything like that. I don't know. Yeah, but
so it was funny. I was telling Marley today that he's the perfect combination of size and speed. Because so I didn't realize he's 40 pounds. So he's decently thick. But he's also stupidly fast and has a lot of stamina, which is a problem because he turns into a 40-pound fur missile. So like bigger dogs, you know, they run a little bit and then they're like, okay, I'm done. I'm out of energy. Or Mini doesn't have the speed like Buckshot does. Sailor doesn't have the speed that Buck does. His problem is he's got the speed and the weight. So when he hits an immovable object, his face becomes the movable object.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. You know,
must have got a hold of Hank's cooking. What's that?
What?
Hank cooks? Doesn't cook.
I
John
can't
Dieter
cook.
said
I'm
must
pretty-
have got a hold of Hank's cooking.
Yeah, I can't cook. Lola doesn't let me cook because I take a long time. I use up all the dishes, and I make a mess. So she doesn't like me to. By the way, I see lots of people are saying that they lost their dogs this year. Sorry about that.
God, yeah.
That's like a tough thing.
Hank knows, and I've told Marley that whenever he dies, I'm going to be a total mess for probably a month. It's going to be a horrible wreck.
Yeah. Well, I know he's kind of like your therapy dog, right?
He is 100%. Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah.
It wasn't the last few nights. So last night I was without him because he stayed the night at the vet's office. It just wasn't the same. And this whole week I just haven't been able to sleep. It's just, it's almost like a child. I don't want to equate a dog to a kid because it's really not the same, but it's sort of the same. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
We human beings emotionally attached to stuff, right?
Yeah.
Walt? That happens. You know, you're a grandfather now, Walt, whether you like it or not. I mean,
That's why. That's one of the reasons I don't want to get a dog.
yeah, but you have one.
Well, yeah, my son's dog. Yeah, yeah, and I spoil that thing. So yeah.
You know, dogs. Dogs attach to us, and I guess we attach to them. You know, everyone does it in their own ways. I think don't get animals if you're going to be like cruel to them. That's that's just not worth it. But I think we all attach in our own ways to dogs, and and then other animals people out there attach.
Yeah, everybody's got their.
Yeah, your daughter has a duck.
There are other animals. So there are other animals that people get, and there are rabbits and. But to me, there's a special relationship between a person and their dog. Humans and dogs go back 30,000 years, something like that. I mean, the second closest is horses. Domesticated horses is like 15,000.
Right.
Dogs have an extra like 15,000 years.
What about cats? Because I know
cats only go back like
I don't trust.
Well, the Egyptians had cats.
Yeah, cats only go back like 9 or 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Dogs are at 30. So there's a special connection that people have with dogs, 100%.
Yeah,
and it's way deeper.
Her cat is 21 years old this year.
Holy cow!
Jeez,
that's a real old cat.
That's a vampire cat at this point.
Well, like you said, they're evil, right?
Yes, I believe it. Don't hate me, but I do not. I have no issue with cats and stuff like that. I just personally would not have a cat around because I don't trust them. I don't mind if they're on my property and all that. I used to have cats on my property. And Sailor didn't do anything with him because Sailor is he's really like a gentle dog. But my other dog that I had, she would eat anything that came on that.
He'd kill a cat. Yeah.
Yeah, she'd eat if. Yeah. By the way, she's eaten a couple of the neighbors' dogs already. So that's why I had to give her to a friend. But those folks don't have the people across from me don't have any fences or anything like that. So
Richard Hughes says Sailor's just rough on cars. Sailor likes to go in your car and steal stuff when you're not looking.
Every time I get there, does this pause up on the paint.
Huge, yep.
Yeah. It's like, well, get down, you crazy dog. Get down. Not like it's gonna hurt anything, but yeah.
Yeah,
poor Sailor. I don't know if you've told people I think he's going deaf finally.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get his ears checked out or something like that, but I think that it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I think he's just an old man at this point.
His other senses seem fine, but he's, he's still pretty tough just because he's like an outside dog.
Yeah, he's doing fine. But I showed up when you guys were out at SHOT Show. I went over there one weekend to clean out the cottage for him, and Sailor I let myself in. I went to the cottage and I worked for like 3 hours and Sailor never came to see me. And I was like, oh God, I hope he's not dead. I hope he's all right. And then what was it? Raven, Eben, one of them was there. And he was like, hey, he came over and he was like, hey, do you need any help? He came home. I was like, no, everything's fine. And I asked, have you seen Sailor? I haven't seen him in like 3 hours and I've been here the whole time. And he's like, oh, he was asleep on the front porch. He probably just didn't hear you come in.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so he slept through me driving past and everything on the front porch. So I think he's just going low.
Yeah. The weird thing is if we're shooting, he's
He wants to be
definitely
right in the
down with
middle of
that.
it.
He wants to be there the whole time.
Yeah, and we keep him out. We keep him out. I know a
And
lot of
that's
people can.
That's who you hear barking in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because you want. So Sailor, he's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever.
Yeah.
It is 100% instinctual for him to retrieve. Like he can't help it. When he hears gunshots and he thinks you're killing something or hunting, he's like, I have to go retrieve it. He just can't help himself.
I got to get in front of it. Yeah.
If he sees a gun,
Yeah, he thinks you're out hunting.
Like I have this really nice gun that is pretty new right here. And if I do this, if I put a gun over my shoulder like this, yeah, he's like, what are you hunting?
Yeah, what are we hunting?
And he's ready for action. And what you hear on the videos from time to time, he gets mad if we don't let him in. So I know some people think that like there are dogs that don't like shooting.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any problem with us shooting or anything like that. He just gets mad because we don't let him in. So and I don't think the shooting has done anything to him because I have like 6 acres and we keep him out of half of it. But he comes to the gate or wherever and just cries and carries on and then sneaks in if he can.
Oh, yeah. So he's somewhere along that fence line, he's dug a hole and has gotten under. And there are times and he knows he's not supposed to be in there when we're shooting. There are times where I've come around the side of the steel thing and Sailor is like slowly creeping up and he sees me and just like stops and looks at me and I'm like, you're not supposed to be in here. And he gives me that look like, I don't know what you're talking about. And just walks off.
Yeah. He has a mind of his own. He's a very belligerent dog.
Independent. That's independent.
Oh, he's
okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. Simpson Road. Everyone wants to know about the balls.
What are we talking about?
They must be new to the show since the balls showed up originally.
The balls. Yeah. These are old balls.
Those are actually volume measuring devices.
Yes. We use them when we get backpacks and things like that in here. We want to know how many balls fits in the whatever it is. So, yeah. Ashley, a gun streamer, says, you guys not helping with my want of a cane Corso.
Oh, well, that's what my son has, Ashley.
Yeah.
We know all about that.
When we speak of Mini, that's the 90-something pound.
Yeah, I hope you have lots of money for dog food.
And the other thing is she's not nimble on her feet, so she'll come running past and just plow into your legs.
Oh, well, yeah, if you're in the way, yeah.
Oh, 90 pounds hitting you in the legs. Whew.
Yeah.
She's big.
Yeah.
And she drools a lot.
Yeah. Someone says, I want a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Ridgebacks are big dogs, too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those are lion hunting dogs back in
tough.
the old country. Yeah.
No, there's something special about dogs and humans. Like the relationship we have with dogs is a very special thing.
Now, if something happens to Sailor, I just put some freaking duct tape on him. And he's good to go. Just wrap some duct tape.
The thing is, Sailor, I think is
say, walk it off, Sailor. Walk it off.
I don't know that he's necessarily smarter than Buck, but he thinks ahead more than Buck does. Sailor wouldn't make the same mistakes that he has.
Yes. Anyone who knows Buckshot is not going to argue.
He doesn't think. He just does. He just reacts to situations.
Yeah. Well, also Sailor won't leave. He won't leave he's been known to actually sneak out of the property from time to time.
Yeah.
But typically he won't go past that gate. So even if there's, but Buckshot, you can't stop him. Like we can't stop when we try to lock Buckshot on the other half of the property.
He's back
with Sailor. Yeah. He jumps over the gate.
He don't care.
Yeah. He just does what he wants to do.
He's Buckshot.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm glad to hear that he's recovering, man. I just wanted to make sure that we really thanked everyone out there.
Yeah, 100%. You guys have, I've cried a couple times this week, and a lot of you guys probably know I'm fairly stoic, but I've cried a couple times this week, especially like reading through comments and stuff that people have left on the GoFundMe. I can't read them out loud. I tried reading a couple out loud to Marley last night over the phone, and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's cool, man. I know what it means to you. So that's why I was like happy to put the GoFundMe out there, and and I know other people know what it means to you as well. So
it's been a big deal. So we'll have to find a way to pay it forward to people somehow. I don't know how yet, but we'll find a way to pay it.
Absolutely. So there's a whole bunch of different crazy ass news going on.
Oh God, what
over
did
the
I
last
miss?
couple of days. So first of all, Walter was mentioning, and maybe we should get to this now. Walter was talking about this huge Hollywood, and then there's not just Hollywood, but lots of CEOs out there, people buying their kids into college.
Isn't it strange that the liberals who cry of white privilege and everything else are mainly the ones that, their kids aren't smart enough.
White privilege.
Their kids are not smart enough to get into the school, or athletic enough to get them in the school, so they buy them a spot. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're white. All these people that did that.
No, I don't. No.
It's that rich person or a wealthy person, using their money to buy things, and it's.
So here's what happened. There's a couple of actual actresses. One of them got arrested. The other one did not get arrested because she's out of the country, but there's an arrest warrant. So the FBI found this out, and I don't have an article here. Patrick, if you find one, Walter, if you have one, you guys could throw it up and share it. But these people, there were schemes that they had. There was a guy who wrote a book about how to get your kid into any college, but basically had these schemes where they would pay off coaches from colleges. The colleges themselves weren't part of this, but maybe a coach here or there. They were doing different things.
Or the guy that was taking the test for the kids.
Yeah, the SATs. They had ways of like doing stuff to the SATs to bump up your kid's score. And people were paying a lot of money. Walter's throwing up a picture of his granddaughter.
Yeah.
For not even maybe 5 years ago, Chapel Hill had this problem where the football players were getting their tests taken for them because they're too weren't stupid. Smart enough. Yeah, weren't smart enough to stay in college. They were going to fail.
Well,
go ahead.
What's it all about, really, in the end?
Yeah. So, like, Felicity Huffman is one of them, and then is Felicity? No, Felicity Huffman is not who was on. What's the name of the? Is Felicity Huffman who's married to? I forgot the name of these chicks who are in this thing. If you pull it up, you'll see. So it's two Hollywood actresses. One of them is currently on a show, and one of them was
William H. Macy, her husband.
Yeah.
Did she get arrested for this?
Yeah.
Lori Loughlin, yeah, she was arrested.
Yeah, Lori Loughlin also part of this. So
$1 million bond.
Yeah. So like with their two daughters, I think are going to the same school, and what they did was they pretended that their daughters were on the rowing team or something like that, and faked rowing pictures and all that to get them into the school, but they weren't on the team, and so there's a bunch of stuff like that going on. And the FBI decided to track all these people down. Good. And got the guy who was actually doing it to wiretap them and all that stuff. So
because it's bad for all of us. This is not just one of those.
There's the kids that are super smart but don't have any money.
And you can't get into
so what does it hurt really? It hurts everybody because you end up with these dopes and getting these fancy degrees, and then they go out in the world and their money keeps them in these dopey jobs where they make a lot of money, when the people who really are smart don't get those opportunities. Yeah, that's what it is. It's all based on this college system where if you don't go to college, you're some kind of pariah or something. It's like,
well, that's what I was going to say. First of all, a lot of people are going to say here, this is why college is bullshit.
Well, for the most part, these crappy degrees, yeah, it is a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
it's just a way for the college to make money. That's all.
And no matter what the degree, it's expensive now. Go ahead.
Make plenty of money by going to a trade school and learning welding or plumbing.
I would tell anybody, welding, CNC machining, even bricklaying, learn how to do something like that. There's a calling for all these trades.
Is there a stripper college?
There probably is a stripper school.
Just asking
someplace.
For a friend. Just asking.
Well, if quality does pay better.
I personally want to live next to the stripper college.
It's the school of hard knocks.
That's what I would like to see Cardi B do. Cardi B, please start a stripper college. I think you can help educate lots of people out there.
Quick Cane Corso mini pick.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's a little blurred. You got to pull it out a little bit. Yeah. Put your hand, like use your hand to shade it a little. There you go. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? I think that this is what a lot of people think. This is like college is a waste of time and money. I'm not saying it's that for everyone. I think there's some people that it benefits them to go to college.
Yeah, but think about it. If luckily my son, he had a couple grants and then we did the Florida prepaid thing too. So there was no debt when he came out. Some of these people come out with $150,000 worth of debt.
Oh yeah.
So so what, you start with this $30,000 or $40,000 job, you never get caught up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to have a car, you got to an apartment or a house, and maybe your wife's in that same position. Look, maybe she's a welder and making good money, but or some trade where she makes a decent living. But it takes years and years and years, and you can't just say I'm not paying the school loan thing off.
That's the one debt you can never get out of.
They ain't gonna forget about your ass. No. So
no.
Yeah. So what are you really gaining in the end besides? Oh, I went to the school and they had a cool football team. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
I think you have to. So here's what I think about it. I think if you know if you're a kid out there and you know what you want to do, and when you look at it, you have to go to college, then go to college. If you know what you need to do and it has nothing to do with college, then go out there and get into that field and build your experience and all that kind of stuff and do what you have to do. Then I think that there's some kids who they don't know what they want to do. And this is one of the options. I'm not saying college is absolutely an option.
They're pushed into the college from their parents who went to this school. So of course, little Johnny's got to go to, for example, I'll just use it, Florida, And what's little Johnny do? All Johnny does go to Florida is drink and party, and a large percent of little Johnnies flunk out after the first semester or two.
Yeah. So, this is like with my kids. They didn't know what they wanted to do, and I was like, well, what I know is that if you graduate and you don't know what you want to do, and you don't go get a job and move out of my house, then your other option is go into the military. Or go to college.
Well, at least if you get a degree, you can go in the military as an officer. So
yeah, they opted for college, which is not a bad thing, and they graduated a little bit young. See, I always tell what, I don't think people should even graduate high school.
Don't rush it.
Yeah, don't graduate high school at 17. Not a good idea.
Don't rush it.
Try 18. I think is even a little bit too young. Maybe 19 or something like that, because you're not fully baked in. I think nowadays you're not fully baked in until you're like 22 or something like that.
Oh, I think what happens is little Johnny and little Susie are coddled at home. Even the smart little ones are coddled at home. And then when they go to college, it's like, holy fuck, there's nobody here to coddle me no more.
No, you're on your own.
You're on your own. And nobody cares whether you finish or not.
No.
All they want is the money from the tuition and the dorm and this and that. They don't care about.
No. And they're very brutal when they're like, hey, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're out.
Too bad. So sad.
Yeah.
Next.
So, yeah, my older son had to go through that whole thing, but he's it either breaks you or it makes you very mature. So like now I've noticed, like when I saw him the other day, he's getting more and more, mature.
Well, that car thing will do that too.
Yeah. All like strife is good for a human being in life. It's good to suffer a little bit. It's tough. Like they obviously aren't going to go through what Lola and I went through.
Right.
I think Lola was a little princess, to be honest with you, but she did work really hard and go through all those kind of things. I kind of grew up really crazy in America, to be honest.
Yeah, but why should your kids go through the same thing necessarily?
No, I don't think they should.
You're supposed to progress, not regress. So
no, I made those decisions a long time ago. I didn't want my kids to grow up.
I mean, I didn't have
neighborhoods with gangs and violence.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that stuff, but I just had a normal kind of thing. But you're supposed to steadily get better and better, right? Not go.
Yeah. You've got everyone's gonna, no matter what happens to you in this world, like even with these kids that their parents had this money to buy their way into college, you're still gonna suffer. And I'm not trying to say I feel sorry for these kids right now, but think about these kids that their parents did this to them. And now they're going to those schools, and everybody knows.
Everybody knows how they got there, and now
some of these people are getting kicked out of these schools.
So they should be. They should be. They're not supposed to be there.
It's what I think it's now. The flip side of this is what I think. Like I've been telling you guys this for a long time. When it comes to professional sports and stuff like that, I think we need the freaking mutant leagues. And then I think certain schools out there, they're like schools that people go to. So I went to Harvard, you know, and
Well,
this is why their parents pay for them to get in there. That's been going on for a long time.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. There's a mystique about that. But what do you do with Harvard when you get out?
No,
do you go work? Do you go work in? If you're a lawyer, you go work in some law office, and you have this life that's based around your work. I mean, what? I don't get it all. I don't see it.
I think you go to Harvard or whatever, or Yale or Princeton or whatever it is, so that when you're on the golf course, you go, where did you go? I went to Harvard.
I was in Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Now I don't have any problem with that. You know, clubs and things like that. I don't care about that stuff. But you know, if you're gonna spend the money for an education, supposedly, then when you get out, you should be able to make a good living with it, or you just wasted all that time and money.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's why we should have the schools where all the rich people can send their kids, and they can all go there and hang out and
party,
or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, and play sports, and
yeah. Why not? You know, same thing with the mutant leagues. Yeah. Then the rest of us just need to get marketable skills.
And then you get out, you get a good job, you make a good living, and Harvard person is still there with his uppity friends.
Yeah.
You
know what? I like the idea of Starship Troopers. I'm not saying the movie. The movie was not bad, but I think the movie was made by a bunch of liberals in Hollywood. So they try to twist the movie. But I like the idea that Heimlin had when he wrote those novels. Like, in order to be a contributing member of society, to be able to vote and all that, everyone should go into the military.
Well,
that's
the military thing is not a bad idea. No. Or you go into you got a choice. You can go into military, or you can go clean streets or clean up
like
the
government
ditches.
Service.
Right.
Absolutely.
Work.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. Like if you don't know what you want to do with your life, you go into the zombie corps, you go down to the border, you act as a freaking zombie for a couple of years, protecting the border. I know you guys think that's crazy. Watch as we get into the future, and this becomes the solution for the border.
They're making me think of different news stories I've heard today that I wanted to mention here. Not something about zombies, but other things.
Safari 8 says, "What's wrong with Walter's face? Did he break his jaw too?" What's wrong with
yes,
because you're doing.
I need a teacup for this. Yes.
Where's the teacup? Oh, the teacup's here. The teacup's here. There you go.
Cheerio, pip pip.
I don't know, Patrick. Where's your teacup, man?
God, it's buried down here somewhere.
I'm a little teacup, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my teapot. Yeah. So, but that's probably racist or something. Yeah.
No, I have no.
It must have been a white teapot. That's what it was.
If you have to ask if something is racist, it's probably
most definitely is.
That's funny. I grew up watching all these cartoons and stuff. Now that they say are so terribly bad, I never had that thought in any of them.
Nope. Because
they were just funny because they were funny. They weren't funny because they had these underlying tones and everything else.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah. I don't know that whole story. I think there's more to this as we find out.
Oh, the school story.
Yeah,
I think
so.
I think it's big.
You know what?
They're just saying it's big.
Yeah. Before we move on from it, it's very ironic that people who hate Donald Trump, this will become a conspiracy. Someone's going to say that Donald Trump sent the FBI after a bunch of people in Hollywood.
There's already some conspiracy about this. I saw it and I don't remember what it was.
I hope he did.
There was something that I read earlier about how it was a Trump problem.
But guess what? It's illegal, right?
People can't make you do something that you know is wrong. You decide to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Someone can't trick you into it. You know, some part of you knows that it's wrong, but whatever. Yeah, Richard Hughes says 200 FBI agents working on that.
Well, it's. I got Richard. It's countrywide.
Yeah,
they're not just looking at people in Hollywood. They're looking at people at all these schools.
There's gonna be a bunch of you're gonna see a bunch of CEOs of companies and all kinds of stuff coming out.
Maybe some senators and some congressmen.
Yeah, and you will see some Republicans in there.
There'll be everybody. It'll be everybody's fair game. You know.
One thing I can tell. Go ahead.
This is completely off topic. I just wanted to throw something funny out there. Looking at a hotspot map of all people reporting Instagram being down, there are massive circles over New York, Washington, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle. The rest of the country just doesn't give a shit. It's only those cities.
Yeah, we got other things going on.
Yeah.
You know what? One thing, I don't know if Trump brought his kids into college or anything like that. I have no idea. But what I can tell you is that from what I've seen, he makes them work.
Well, they're expected to work.
Yeah, the Trump kids put in work.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And that's always what's important, I think, in life. Like, no matter how much money you have, there's lots of people out there who have a lot of money, but they work hard all the freaking time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's what. Too Hottie says they need to be arresting the corrupt faculty members as well. I know a bunch of them got fired.
Yes,
lots of people got fired.
Go after a couple of them.
Yeah, lots of people got fired. There's lots of stuff going on there. So, this story is going to have legs. I guarantee you.
Yeah, they've already hinted to it. This has just started. So
yeah. So what's one of the other things going? Okay, so now there's a jumbo jet that you can't get your ass on anymore.
No, that's a 737. That's not a jumbo jet.
Oh, that's not a jumbo?
No, that's the one the 737 is the most prolific airliner in history. That's when they've made the most.
Is this a lot of commuter planes? Is this?
Well, this is the newest, two newest versions of the 737, the 737 MAX 8 and the MAX 9. I think I flew on one already, by the way, going to Vegas, I think.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I've been. I probably have been on one. So what's the deal with these? Is it the computer?
Well, two of them had crashed like 5 minutes after takeoff. Boom.
So is it the computer? Or is it the self-flying system?
It's a sensor. No, it's a sensor error that's causing the plane to think that it's nosing up too much.
And you reject.
Yeah, which forces it to nose itself down. And the pilots are trying to react to it to bring the plane level again, and it causes a crash.
Is that what they say it is?
I was watching a video of AVE on YouTube, and he was talking about that because there's a sensor on the side that tells.
We should never be this. We are not ready in this world to be this reliant.
See that, and that's the
automation.
thing. That's the thing about airplanes these days is it's mostly driven by the computer. It's mostly autopiloted, and the pilots are kind of just there to make sure nothing goes.
Check in Instagram. Check
it on Instagram. They're just
getting
there.
A selfie,
They're there in case something goes wrong. That's really it.
Yeah, but if you can't override the plane, then...
and then I think that's the problem is they're having issues for whatever reason overriding the sensor. I'm not sure the specifics, but
they can't react fast enough.
There's both times I think both crashes. I think there was a distress call before they crashed, so I knew something was up. It wasn't
and I mean, if you're close to the ground and the plane decides I'm going to nose myself down because we're taking too much elevation.
Yeah, and these planes didn't hit the ground level; they hit the ground hard. Boom.
Yeah. And so a whole bunch of people. What was that in
157? I think. Or
What was that? What country? One of those African nations. Ethiopia. Yeah. Wow.
He says the program was put in place to compensate for the weight of their new engines.
Oh, okay. So that's right. Richard is our aviation expert, by the way.
Is he really?
No joking. Well, he's a pilot.
Oh, I had no idea. Yeah. So he's saying that
Richard Hughes has crashed a couple of planes.
There you go. He knows all about this. He's Pants. Everybody, do you guys don't watch it on YouTube? The Pants says 737 is a skookum choocher. Some people understand that.
Okay, I have no idea.
It's an AVE quote. But so I guess they're updating the software on this component to make for the added weight of the engines, and then it's sending erroneous signals to the plane to tell it to nose down, and the pilots can't overcompensate. So everyone is refusing to let these planes fly in their airspace. I think
they're all grounded now.
Yeah.
It's a wise choice.
Yeah, Trump ordered grounding over U.S. airspace, but I think over the weekend, over the last couple of days, it's been banned
all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world. Yeah.
Technology
is moving too fast, people. Slow it down.
It's not coincidental when a brand new plane crashes. Usually,
how many have we lost so far, though? It's been a bunch that have crashed, right?
2.
No, I thought it was more than 2 because weren't these the same kind of planes that have crashed in other things that have crashed recently?
Not recently.
Oh, okay.
But these are brand new aircraft too. They were
brand new,
and they were flying in clear sky. It's not like they were flying in a thunderstorm or something like that. It was just perfect, nice, good conditions and everything. And boom. It's not something's wrong.
And these are Boeings, right?
Yeah, Boeing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's about to get real.
Well, yeah.
It's about to get really real for Boeing. It already is.
And Ethiopian Airlines is like the best one in Africa as far as their record or maintenance and stuff like that. So they're not like some of these places where you're flying with chickens or the old Russian, the old Russian airplanes from the 60s and stuff like
Richard
that.
Hughes says Boeing is the good stuff.
Oh yeah, it's nothing wrong with Boeing stuff. Yeah,
I think we're rushing into stuff. It's just like everyone. I'm not ready to get an electric car. I know lots of people like, oh my god, I gotta get the electric car. I still like driving my own car. Thank you very much. I'm not ready for.
I'm ready to go back in time, actually. So,
yeah, I'm not ready for this self. And I keep telling people, this is a really good time to buy the car that you really like, because in the next 5 years, next 5 to 10 years, they're phasing in. All these companies are going to start making electric. There's going to be a bunch of things in there. There's things we already have, like most modern cars, if not all of them, have black boxes. So you get into an accident, they could tell. You could lie all you want to. They can get the black box data from your car real easy.
Oh, that's easy. The computers in the cars record X amount of time all the time. So yeah,
and that's one thing.
You say you weren't going 100 miles an hour, you're going 35. That little thing will tell you you're going 100 miles an hour. So.
Yeah, but the idea of everyone driving, like their cars driving around and people sleeping in their cars and watching movies and all that kind of stuff
until a deer jumps out or Buckshot runs across the road. No.
Or your car gets hacked.
And what happens is the computer makes a choice. Is it the guy on the bicycle or is it this? And it doesn't usually make the best choice. So oh well.
No thanks. I'm not interested in those kind of vehicles. I know I'm an old fuddy duddy.
or it's time. Hey, Hank Strange, you drive too much. Shut you down.
Oh
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hank Strange. You're not
Green New Deal. You got to be part of that Green New Deal.
No, I need my driving. I'm sorry. I gotta drive.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go?
That's how I unwind. That's my meditation. Damn it.
The hurricane's coming. Your area is not allowed to leave yet. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know all of that stuff is coming.
It's kind of like the electric company controlling your air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Too much Big Brother.
No fucking way. Sorry.
Yeah. but we're seeing this with planes and stuff like that. You know.
You can sell Keg 12s with instructions on where the black box is.
The black boxes. They want to put all that crap in guns. I say no to that.
They can put a black
smart guns or a no.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't work either. The best smart gun is right.
Yeah, I got your smart gun right here.
Yeah, leave it sitting down someplace, and that's your best smart gun. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if you guys, Dick's Sporting Goods decides they're not selling guns at all now.
Well,
I try to say that with a straight face, but I don't really give a shit about Dick's Sporting Goods.
Dick's Sporting Goods days are numbered.
They're going to have to go under at some point. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you hear about the English? This girl's down in Guatemala backpacking, and she turned up missing. So they find her body in the woods in these bushes, naked.
Mm-hmm.
And the parents were saying, well, she was getting rid of all her worldly possessions and was fasting, like not eating.
Yeah.
And it's like they think that she climbed up and she loves mountains and sunsets or sunrises. So I think maybe she was up on this high area and fell off because she passed out.
She fell off naked.
Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck? Over? I'm thinking the story going, well, why you eat? She was this beautiful body. And it's like, hold on, this is the weirdest story I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of weird stuff. I think that weren't there some people wasn't there a couple who decided that they were going to ride bicycles across the Middle East to show
until
how peace and love works?
Yeah. Until ISIS killed them, yeah. Well, good luck. Well, there's also another story, kind of a little different. We've had our Catholic priest child molesting stuff going on for a long time.
Oh man.
I guess one of these defrocked Catholic priests was living in Nevada, Las Vegas, maybe I think it was, and they find him dead in his house with a gunshot wound to his neck. They think it might be suspicious. I was like going, somebody did the world a favor.
Yeah.
Probably somebody that he molested came in there and just said, "Oh, hi there, guy." Thunk. Done. Have a nice day.
Well, I mean, you know, if you look at like California, just stopped all their
the execution.
Yeah, the executions and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, that's that's what happens when you throw the left in charge.
Yeah, I still believe there's crimes that when you commit those crimes, we don't need you anymore.
Out of the gene pool.
Yeah. We don't need you.
We don't need to feed you. We don't need to pay you.
Yeah.
We don't need
now,
to keep...
are there people wrongly convicted? Yes.
Yes, there are.
Yes, there are.
But the ones that I think should go to the rope are the ones like to get caught with the gun in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, when police departments, prosecutors, and all that wrongly convict someone,
they should be hung.
And that person, when they go to jail for 20 years or whatever it is, I think the people who put them there
should go to jail.
Need to go do that jail time
in that same cell.
Yeah, you need to take your time before you need to prove this before before you put people into that thing for sure. But I think we also have too many damn laws. Yeah.
Speaking of laws, have you heard the latest on our what's his name? The guy that internet mogul
no posting guns to YouTube to Instagram, is that the one?
Our Russian sounding person from Georgia.
No,
what's his name?
Georgia.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
UPS or not UPS Russia. FPS Russia who got caught with the THC.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was.
Well, it's all coming to a thing right now. He pleaded guilty. My son was telling me.
They need to leave FPS Russia alone, man.
Yeah, and he could be sentenced to 5 years in.
Oh my gosh.
In prison, but he's having a real.
That's not cool though. That's not cool.
It's if you listen to the circumstances how they found this stuff, it's all like, what? Really? Come on.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Ruba is laughing at when you said UPS. UPS Russia.
UPS Russia. He ships guns right.
Somebody go make that YouTube.
UPS Russia. That would be the UPS guy drives up in the truck. You'll talk like the Soviet. Yeah, but that's not cool. If that's what I haven't seen that news, but if that's what's going on with FPS, I mean that's not cool, man. That's just not cool. Yeah, it's
that's just bullshit in my opinion. I mean,
there's a lot of weird shit going on.
But there's a lot of crazy laws in Georgia, and that's part of that whole thing. So,
who pooped in the park? What the hell is that?
So yes, there is that thing though, Patrick, with where they're saying they don't want kids posting guns
to the internet. Yeah, and they want to investigate all of them.
And this is a national law.
Was it Florida only? I don't remember.
Florida.
I think it's Florida only.
Okay.
Something in Florida. It's like crazy stupid.
That's what the hell are you talking about?
Hold on.
If kids are doing things that are legal for them to do with guns outside of school or whatever, as far as I'm concerned,
Richard
leave
Hughes
them alone.
posted this. I'll post it here. He posted it in a chat. Florida bill would jail minors for posting pictures of guns. A new Florida bill would make it a crime for a minor to post a picture of a gun, quote, or a device displayed to resemble a firearm on social media. The bill is SB 1310. It was introduced by Florida State Senator and Democrat Jason W.B. Pizzo.
These people are really like First Amendment people, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
They're really like,
we should let that go.
You can post pictures of babies being aborted and all these weird people doing weird stuff in public, but you can't.
We got to stop. There should be a law against these people making new laws.
There should be a law against Democrats. Let's see here. I know some Republicans do it too, but yeah. Democrats are the worst. Anyways, for all you Democrats out there.
Yeah, so they can't do anything that resembles a gun. Tyler Duncan says, as AKA Nerf guns, squirt guns. I guess they can't do finger guns either.
That's what I was thinking. Like
finger guns working. Ready?
Is that a fully semi-automatic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really stupid. We got to stop all this stupid crap in Florida, man. I don't know what it's going to take for people to get up. So your kid goes hunting with you or something like that, and he posts up on his social media something, and now he's in trouble.
Yeah,
your kid's playing cowboys and Indian genocide, and you post a picture of it, and you can't do it. It's like,
yeah. What if they post something from a video game that the people in the video game have guns?
Uh-oh.
Time for jail.
How can
Have you ever seen there's an episode of Parks and Recs where they bring the Venezuelans. The Venezuela is like the sister city to the city in Parks and Recs, and they bring them in to like show them off the city or whatever. And they're interviewing one of the guys, and he's like, "You overcook chicken, straight to jail. You undercook fish, straight to jail. Wear a sweater during the summer, right to jail. We have a jail for that. Don't show up to your dentist appointment, right to jail." Like, seriously, what it's becoming.
Yeah, this is insane.
We have the best dental patients ever.
Yeah, the pan says, how long before it's illegal to say the word gun?
Yeah, we're
soon.
Gun.
We're moving in that direction, but come on, Florida. Don't let this stuff go through. Yeah, make Florida the gunshine state again.
This is not New Jersey. If you came from Jersey and you don't like it, go back to Jersey.
Yeah, Joe San said, introduced by a nut job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's lots of them right now.
Yeah.
Down here.
Wow. Yeah.
In office.
Did you guys see the new Beretta coming out?
The new Beretta.
Beretta is bringing out the 92X.
Everybody's going to put X in their gun name.
I know.
Is it just a 92 painted flat dark earth with a Picatinny rail?
No, so it's a 92 with the Vertec grip.
Where is this? On Firearm?
I can find you a thing on the Firearm blog. It's basically, so the market they're going for is competition, competing with the CZ Shadows or Shadow 2. But the big splooge thing for me is it's got a safety like the old Tauruses. So it's got a slide, instead of having the slide safety, it's got a safety on like a 1911 on the frame. And they're bringing it out in single action only, like a 1911.
Okay, you lost me at the word safety.
Do you not know what a Beretta looks like? I don't have mine in front of me.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you splooged just on the word Beretta.
No, so it's single action only, and it's got the safety, thumb safety, like a 1911. It sounds incredible.
So that is a Beretta
92X.
90.
I'll pull up a thing of it. So Mac posted about it on Instagram. He saw it at whatever trade show he went to. They're showing off the double action, single action, but for some reason they're not showing off the single action only, which that's the one that I'm like, that's what Beretta's always done wrong in my book, is putting the slide mounted safety, which is so stupid. The frame mounted safety seems so much better.
How about no safety?
Oh, look what pops up when I put Yankee Marshall's thing about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I got the word from.
Oh,
splooge, yeah.
Okay, so listen, that's congratulations on your splooge.
Oh, I love, you know how much I love 92, and then having one with a slide mounted, with a frame mounted safety is like perfect for me. That's the thing that they've always done wrong in my book with the Berettas.
Okay. All right.
So it's like the best of all worlds.
Okay, I understand. No, I understand. I get it.
MSRP of $13.99.
So that was the MSRP on the M9A3, and now you can get them for like $750. So
okay.
Yeah, Mel the Nut says pretty bad when Beretta has to copy an old design stolen by Taurus.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they never went with the. I guess it must have been like a government requirement for the 92 to have a slide mounted safety, but it's always been stupid.
So this is causing our Moobut says Beretta had the frame mounted safety before the slide mounted safety.
Did they really?
You know what?
I think the old Beretta 92Fs were those the ones with the slide mounted.
Yeah.
No, it's not
words. This is my safety, you bastards.
S, maybe it's a 92X.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, not 92X. I don't know which ones had it, but yeah,
I think get it without any safety whatsoever.
No, the Berettas, they don't have, they're hammer fired guns. They don't have.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, can you get it without a safety?
I mean, I can put a dowel rod through my safety's hole and make it without a safety, but that's kind of for a hammer, a double single action hammer fired gun, that's not super safe.
Okay. Now let's go to something that is more practical. Bullpups.
Oh God!
Yeah, have you looked at that video, Hank?
Here we go.
Yes, I've looked at that. So
that is freaking awesome, isn't it?
Wait, what is it? What are we talking about?
I shared this video. I just put it up in the chat for everyone. It's on the Firearms blog. It says Chinese LEOs doing bullpup speed reloads.
They're not shooting in between, but they're just reloading fast.
Yeah.
Blinded too.
I'd like to see him firing the mags.
Yeah, he is. The guy is blind. Man,
they use.
If you're in China, get ready for some.
Wait a minute. All he does is just mag change. He doesn't fire the gun.
No, he's actually just mag changing.
But he's blindfolded. He's blindfolded.
Well, yeah. If he doesn't do it right, he goes to the gulag.
Yeah.
Are they using Daewoo designs, or are those like based off of Kalashnikov?
These bullpups?
Yeah. What kind of gun is that?
Yeah, Walter. What is that? Because
yeah, Walter. What is that?
They're QBZ-95? I never heard of
I'm not sure what the action's based off.
What the heck is a QBZ-95? Hold on.
Chinese.
We're going to have to dig deeper into this.
Chinese QBZ-95 bullpup has been in service for 2 decades.
And I think they make it. They might.
Norinco.
They might import a semi-auto version to Canada of that.
Probably do, because the fucking Canadians.
Walter, we need one of these.
Well, I agree with you, but I need a stack of magazines too. Look at that shit.
Yeah, it looks like it's got like an AK style magazine.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
so
a
he's
5.8
doing a rock-in. He's doing the AK, the magazine slap out, and then the rock-in.
It fires a 5.8 by 42 millimeter cartridge. I have never seen a 5.8 by 42.
Yeah,
it looks very similar to an AK-74 though.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
God bless those Chi-Coms.
Yeah.
Steel.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Never forget they still are communists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
And supposedly they tried to sell rocket launchers to gang members in LA. That's why we don't get Norinco any longer.
Well, that was. Do you really believe that, or was that just?
Yeah, I don't know.
The reason I bring that up is they just had a school shooting in Brazil, and coincidentally, right after the new Brazilian president says we need to have the people have more guns, so they can get paranoid and start to think. Well,
yeah, but what would I don't think that those things correlate.
Well, I don't believe it either, but. I guess the shooters killed themselves too, or something. But yeah, they had a school shooting down there. So, and Brazil has the highest homicide rate in the whole world. I think they said in that article also.
Yeah,
interesting.
Ultimately, they need to let people arm themselves there to protect themselves.
Sure.
You're always going to have people. There's no way around having people that are broken and all that kind of stuff. Look, should we get rid of the rich because some rich people paid off to get their kids in college? No.
I think you just find the shit out of them and use it to build the wall. There we go. Yeah. Boom. New way to build the wall.
That's
without any zombies either.
Yeah. You need zombies on the wall. I'm just telling you. They should build the wall translucent at the bottom so that you could see the zombies like
all you gotta do is
it's gonna help.
Just got to round up all the weird Catholic priests and put them on the wall. That'll scare them off.
That'll just keep the children out, not the adults.
No, they do both. Trust me. Given the opportunity, they don't care.
Yeah. Let's see what other crazy stuff is going on. There's a whole bunch of things. FK Bruno has a multi-caliber version of the 7.5 FK field pistol.
I don't care what they have. That fucking gun is so expensive. It's out of their freaking mind, man.
Well, this one is going to be 2,000 instead of 8,000.
That's all.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. You're saving a lot of money.
No worries.
Yeah, saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should get one of those so we can do a video, Walt.
I think you can up a pole. No, I'm not spending $2,000 on a gun that probably cost them all of $100 to make. So
no, it's free. It's slave labor. We're still talking China, right?
No, it's Czech. It's Czech.
Oh, the Czechs. No. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I respect the Czech because they don't let any damn Muslims in the country. So. Them and the Poles.
Yeah.
They down right.
As hell.
Nothing if you got people out there that are Muslim, but no Baptists usually put suicide belts on. Gets quiet after you say that.
So here's no, I'm looking up something. That's why I'm being quiet.
What's in
I
the
got it.
news?
I'm not getting involved with
So
that.
here's some news for the people in Delaware, like my brother.
Oh, gun
He's
control?
probably really pissed off about this one. Yeah, some new gun laws. So Delaware House Committee passes gun control legislation to the House floor. Today, the Judiciary Committee passed gun control. House Bill 63, HB 63 will now head to the House floor for consideration. Amends the current law on access to firearms to create a blanket prohibition from having a firearm unsecured and unavailable for use if it is potentially accessible by an unauthorized person.
Who is an unauthorized person?
I don't know. And so it says here, this mandatory storage law would do nothing more than render firearms useless in self-defense situations.
Yep. Well, that's
so that's crazy.
Yep.
But
that's crazy.
So,
and I know more and more states are trying to do this nonsense. So in other words, all your guns have to be locked up somewhere. What's that about?
Why is it the main goal of some politicians to tell you how to live your life?
I thought the Dems didn't want to be in your bedroom.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So if you have an unlocked gun in your bedroom,
it's none of your business. It's none of your business what I do in my bedroom.
They don't want to be in my bedroom because they're going to
have sticker shock. They're going to have problems.
Oh, they're going to have more than sticker shock. They're going to have dicker shock.
Dicker shock.
Yeah. I don't understand, man.
Yep.
This is just really crazy.
Yeah, we're living in this time where it's like,
because what's the point? Someone's kicking in your door. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, I gotta unlock my safe. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Now, give me a moment here.
Damn it.
Oh, you illegal immigrant thug. What are you in here?
Fucking DCG 44 knows what I'm doing like every time today. I'm looking at the picture of the PMags that you turn a PMag into
adapter thing.
Yeah. He just posted about it as I'm like looking at it.
Why would I want an adapter for a 9mm?
Well,
if you can shoot.
So it'd be so you don't have to do
an adapter for the magwell.
Yeah, for the magwell. So you
don't have to use a real 9mm magazine. You can.
Yep. You don't have to do a Colt mag or whatever or Glock mags. And I'm guessing you could just buy, because it has the feed lips built into the mechanism. You could just buy a 9mm barrel or build a 9mm upper with regular AR parts, and it should work.
Is this available now?
I don't know. See, that's the thing is I'd like to try one.
What's the capacity? Is still going to be 30?
Yeah, it's still a 30-round mag, and it's the same size. It's a regular P mag that you put this little thing into, this spring kit into.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I mean,
I would like to try it. Yeah, if I can get my hands on one, I would like to try one, but I don't know if they're available yet.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Indo mag insert retails for $30, and it's available now. Yeah, it's available now for $30. So it's a little expensive. I mean, if you wanted to do, you basically
really a magazine adapter is more than 30.
Good, yeah. The good ones are close to what, 150 to 200.
I'm not sure about. I don't know if it's that much, but
really,
still, even if it's $100, then you got to buy
Colt mags.
You got to buy Colt mags, which are 25, 30.
Yep.
So
yeah, so this actually isn't too bad, and then all you'd have to do is have your 9mm upper, pop it on to like I could pop my 9mm upper on my SBR and just use the 9mm Colt mags. I would like to try one of these at some point. This is pretty cool, actually. I'm going to leave this website up because I'm going to see. At some point, I'd like to try this. This is neat.
Nate Lodi says the Endo mag works okay.
Oh, it's not perfect.
Yeah. We'll have to take a look at that. By the way, here's a hint to what this gun is that I have, and this is the Fort Scott Munitions 6.5 Creedmoor. Right here, you can use the code Hank10, and that gets you 10% off at Fort Scott. I believe they have something for St. Patrick's Day going on that's 15% off. Mm-hmm. So if you combine those two, you get 25% off. Just saying, and then you can help us pay bills around here as well if you buy that. But boom, there it goes. So this gun, this is the Long Ranger from Henry Rifle.
Lever action.
And it's lever action 6.5 Creedmoor.
Oh, cool. I was wondering what that was.
How does it handle
Spitzer bullets?
Yeah.
Is it straight mag? It's not tube fed, it's mag fed.
It's got the little magazine right here.
Okay.
This just came in actually yesterday.
Are you planning on taking that?
So there's the magazine. Yeah, I'm going to bring it out there. The only thing is,
you got no optics on it. No sight.
there's no iron sights on it, and so
it's
I've
not
got to get. Yeah, so there is. You can put Picatinny rail and stuff like that on it, but they didn't send me. They sent this to me for T&E, but they didn't send me any of that stuff.
Oh, the threads.
So I need to.
What's Henry doing?
I don't know, but I'll get something that we could put on here.
Yeah, you just have to buy the adapter. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Where's the QD mount?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll drill a hole in the side of the barrel and inside of the stock, so you can click a 2-point QD onto it.
There you go.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm looking forward to shooting this and seeing how this bad boy.
That'd be interesting.
How long the barrel was? Pretty big, 24 inch.
Yeah, the goose gun, man.
It looks like it is.
It's neat looking though. And
let me see. Let me compare it.
I'd like to give it a try.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to, shooting that up. So I think it's going to be interesting. I find myself a fan of 6.5 Creedmoor. I don't know about you guys, but
it's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Mel the Nut says, "Be nice to Henry. It's cold in Wisconsin, and our brains tend to freeze now and then." No, it's cool. I'm going to get that worked out. Huh?
Henry's not.
This came from Wisconsin.
Really? So must have a factory in Wisconsin.
I don't know if Mel the Nut works at Henry or not. Let us know. But yeah, they have a factory there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because Henry used to be in Brooklyn, I thought, if I'm not mistaken.
They are in New York. I think they're upstate New York.
Yeah, they moved out of the city, I think.
Yeah, but I think they also have something going on in Wisconsin.
Years they were in Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. So let's see. 6.5 Creedmoor. Len Holt wants to know how long it is. Let me look up the stats on the Henry 6.5.
It's like a 4-shot or a 5-shot, something like that.
It's a little tiny thing right there. I don't know how many. Where? There you go, right there. Okay. I think that's going to be 3, 4, maybe. Yeah, not a lot. So the Long Ranger. Let's see. So here we go. I'm going to pull down the stats on the
Long Ranger.
Yeah. And of course it's not opening here. Let me go open this up I think I've got to update something in my browser. So it doesn't want to pop open there. Let's see. Okay. 6.5 Creedmoor. 4 rounds capacity.
That's pretty normal for hunting.
Yeah.
I mean, good hunter.
Yeah.
Well, like in Florida, you can only have 5 rounds in the gun anyway. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Try it again.
I mean, this is not going to be your zombie apocalypse gun, most likely.
No.
Yeah, it's a 22-inch barrel. 22 on the 6.5. I think they have it in other calibers like 223, 243, 308, and those are 20, but the 6.5 is a 22-inch. So
must have a reason for it.
Yeah.
Must be a powder burn thing.
Mm-hmm. So we will see. I definitely need to put a scope up on that bad boy. So we'll do that. We'll make that happen and get out there and test it. I'm sure they're already out there, but we'll get something going. What's the matter with you?
I know.
You had all these days off. You're welcome, by the way.
I have not had any days off.
Yeah, the balls. I'll make sure I don't miss no more of them days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mel the Nut says, "I'm betting Walter could weld something to the Henry." Richard Hughes wants to know if it's a threaded burl. No, the answer.
I already brought that up, Rich. No threads.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I looked for on that.
Could be.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But we could thread it, right?
Me or Walter?
Me, Kimosabi.
By we, I mean you.
Walter can thread it.
Walter, you know that. We automatically means you.
It's a possibility, yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Tango Hunter says, I don't have access to that long of a range to see the expensive benefit of Creedmoor versus cheaper 308. Yeah, totally understand.
Yeah,
It's true.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like it because it's a little softer on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
In my experience, I've only shot Creedmoor like twice, but the 2 times I shot it, I felt like it was just a tiny bit softer in the shoulder. And it's I like it. I think it's cool. I'm on board.
Yeah. Where did you shoot 6.5?
I was at a range down south with a friend of mine, and we went to his one of the private range that he has a membership to, and one of the guys there had a Ruger precision rifle in 6.5.
Yeah,
and it was that. Talk about a hell of a gun for $1,200 or whatever. That thing is a hell of a good gun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's something else that I think my brother shared this with me. So this is something that he finds interesting. Let's see what you guys think about this. The
what's that?
Better Grip, the Arachna Grip Slide Spider.
Oh, let me take a look.
Check that out. Hang tight, get a better grip on your gun with the Arachna Grip.
Oh, I saw that, but I didn't read the whole thing.
Yeah, if you felt uncomfortable racking the slide of your favorite pistol or feeling
so
the appropriate dexterity.
Instead of having negative, it has positive.
Yeah, it looks like it fits into the groove. Right. I'm guessing this is specific. Well, there's some other guns that have the cuts here, but this is on a Glock.
Yeah.
So
looks like it's specific for a Glock.
Wait, that is a Glock, right?
What am I missing?
There's a Glock right there.
Yeah.
What makes it so?
Well, no, there's another one if you scroll down that's not a Glock.
It's actually, that one's a
Sig
Sauer, yeah.
So it just makes it come out instead of being cut into the.
I think so, and it's made of that grip tape, like Talon grips, the sandpaper tape.
Oh, okay.
So it's just got a little more grippiness to it, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
maybe. I've never really had an issue. I always do the over the top. So instead of trying to pinch with my fingers, I always go over, which makes it a little easier.
All right, here's the question: how many different colors did they make it in?
Oh God, that's the big.
Do they have a pink? Do they have a purple? I really like.
They do have a pink. Oh God,
I really like Tiffany blue. You have that one?
Let's see.
A robin's egg, as they call it.
So let's buy it for a Glock because Glock's gonna have the most. Where is Glock? You know it's alphabetical, right? So they have it with the logo in red and in black, just black, red and black. So they basically it's just red and black, and you can either get it with the logo or without the logo.
Okay,
it's kind of neat. It's kind of cool that it.
What's the cost on it?
Looks like it was $20. I just closed the tab. Hold on, let me go back. Which is a little expensive.
Can we talk cars? Can we talk cars here?
Yeah, let's talk cars.
Hell yeah.
New Corvette delayed because it's too powerful.
The C8 mid-engine.
Corvette delayed partially due to the aluminum frame warping so much when the car accelerates that the glass engine cover busts.
That sounds amazing.
I love it, man. It's got twin turbocharged V8 hybrid power.
That sounds incredible.
Deliver as much as 1,000 horsepower.
What's the price on something like that? They're expensive, aren't they?
The new Corvette, it's gonna for 1,000 horsepower. It's gonna
150.
I heard it's supposed to be 60, 70,000.
Cost as little as 60,000.
Yeah.
What? Mm-hmm. You're getting 1,000 horsepower?
No, I don't know if you're getting 1,000.
No. The base 500 horsepower, 6.2 liter cost.
That makes sense.
What is it? What's it called?
It's the. I think it's going to be the C8 mid-engine.
It's a mid-engine.
I think they're going to call it the Stingray. There's been
Stingray
discussion about it.
It's good looking too, because I don't know for anybody out there. I don't like Corvettes. The Corvettes from like the late 90s, 2000s that were just like triangles with a square. Yeah. I never liked those.
Yeah, but the newer Stingray, design is beautiful.
Awesome. I didn't like the way they did the lights for a while in the back. I thought it was too square, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So this is a $60,000 supercar. Is that what they're trying to?
At 500 horsepower, yes, entry level.
you still get 500 horsepower in the design of a supercar. Like you still get that luxury design. That's a hell of a thing right there.
But let me ask you this. This is very important. Is it all-wheel drive?
I don't think so.
Why are you hating on? What is the point of having 1,000 horsepower that doesn't go to the ground?
What's the point of
Well, let me ask this question again. What's the point of having 1,000 horsepower in a street car?
Yeah, exactly.
Power.
Okay. Well,
Power.
It's going to start production in December, but if you said
I'm all for it. You can have 5,000 horsepower in a street
let's
car.
do it.
Oh,
The largest Chevrolet dealer, Kerbeck Chevrolet in Atlantic City, New Jersey, has begun accepting $1,000 refundable deposits. Hank, you're up.
Get in line, man.
I got my money's tied up at the moment. Hank, get in line. Go get you
If
one.
it's not all-wheel drive, I'm really not interested.
Oh, it's hell no. It's not going to be all-wheel drive.
Yeah, they're not interested.
I would be. It'd be cool.
Yeah,
I would love it.
if you get one, I will totally drive it, Walter.
I
call dibs.
I don't have 60 grand for the base model right this moment. So.
Yeah, but for me, I'm just telling you guys, you need all-wheel drive. I don't understand why we can't do all-wheel drive. What is wrong with the technology in this country?
Nothing.
It's so much more expensive to implement all-wheel drive than it is to just put a gearbox to 2 sets of tires.
Yeah.
I mean, Subaru's been doing it for a long time.
But that's not.
And there's American cars that are all-wheel drive.
Hank Strange in the Subaru.
Audi's been doing it for a long time. It's called Quattro.
All right.
It's called Quattro. What's up?
Did you get the email I sent you on the reverse trike?
No. Did you? When was this?
Send it
Today?
to your Gmail account.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
See if you've got the link.
Christian Gress says Subarus aren't 500 plus horsepower, Hank.
I think you'll like this. For you,
how powerful is a WRX?
Let's see.
I don't know.
WRX.
Yeah, let me see. Walter,
God,
you sent me
does it
something?
have to come with that super stupid looking fin on the back? Because if it has to come with the tard fin on the back, I don't want it.
Tard fin.
Have you seen these things? It's got a tard fin. It's 260.
You sent me a Facebook link, Walt, and Facebook is not working.
It's 2019 Subaru WRX. It's the same as my Mustang. It's a 268 to 310 horsepower. So it's the same as my.
See this.
Yeah, you might as well get a bicycle for 200 horsepower.
But it's also only 27,000.
All right, let me tell you this. You put 200. My Fiat has, my Abarth has 170.
But that thing weighs as much as like you do.
Yeah.
You bump that to 200. And,
it would tear the axle off of it.
Yeah.
And you can do that pretty easily, actually. I just haven't got around to doing it. So
yeah. Listen, I had a Honda S2000 and it was 240 horsepower, and I could beat motorcycles.
Was it weight to power ratio?
Yeah,
Is that
it was
why?
friggin'. Yeah, it was freaking.
My Mustang,
I love that
Mustang
Honda S2000,
but it's kind of a heavy car.
Yeah, it would beat your Mustang.
where am I going?
Oh yeah, there's nothing here. That's like tiny little 2-seater thing. Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest. Buckshot could beat your Mustang.
Oh, three.
Score one for the Buckshot.
Oh, that was.
You can see that's like strategy. If you say something about Buckshot, he can't hate you.
DCG 44 says we should put, since you love all-wheel drive, we should put a lift kit and some swampers on your R8.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was talking to Walter about this. I'm not going to release all the details, Walter.
Oh God, no,
but
no.
We have access to a 70s Challenger body.
Don't get excited. Don't get excited.
Have access to a 70s Challenger body, and I'm trying to tell Walter that we can put that body on, get some kind of SUV as the skateboard, take off the body, drop that one on, and we could build an apocalypse vehicle. Yeah.
Why don't you get the frame as well and then buy the Elephant engine? That's what that means.
Send Patrick a picture of that, and you'll know why I'm like, run, Forrest, run.
Don't
I'll
tell
send
me.
it to you later. I'll send it to you later.
No, run, Forrest, run.
Something needs a Elephant.
Yeah. Christian Brett says his Mustang is 435 horsepower stock. Yeah.
That's the thing I love about Mustangs. Is you can spend like 40, 50,000 and get a fucking badass car.
Yeah, listen, Mustangs are badass. Yeah. But here's my problem. In Florida, everybody and their mama and their mama's mama has a Mustang.
Has no problem with that. There's no
So-
problem with that.
No, I don't like driving on the road and every 2 cars seeing the same car that I'm driving.
You customize it. You put a racing stripe down the hood. That's how you do it. You just customize your own.
Yeah, go faster stripes. Don't
That's right.
work. But there are badass
It
Mustangs.
instantly adds 40 horsepower. We all know that.
The new
You buy that
GT
racing stripe, it instantly gives you 40 horsepower. Just
Sure.
right out the bat.
Sure.
While you guys are doing all that, I'll get me a Corvette. There we go. And then I can go to any Chevy dealer and get parts. And
Listen.
See, that's the thing about we're going Sunday to look at or to put in an order for a I'm accompanying my father because he's buying one.
oh, for the car.
For the red eye. Yeah, we're gonna go put in an order for a red eye because he's been wanting one for years. But yeah, that was one of his questions that he's gonna ask on Sunday is where do I take it? Can you just take it to a Dodge dealer or do you have to take it to a special
Or
Dodge dealer?
certain ones that work on
that
the.
can handle it. Yeah, because it's not just any old car.
Say this again. I was distracted by someone.
We're going on Sunday. I'm accompanying Dad on Sunday to go put in an order and the down payment and everything for a red eye for the Hellcat red eye, since they don't make the Demon any longer. And one of his questions he's going to have to ask them is, where do you take it if it needs to be serviced? Like he doesn't want to. He's a mechanic, obviously, but he doesn't want to work on it. He's 60. He doesn't want to work on it anymore.
Oh no,
He
didn't want to do it.
He shouldn't work on that.
So he was like,
take it
"Do you
to
have
the dealership.
Well, you have to take it to a specific dealership that has like a licensed, certified person to work
They're
on
all
this
bad.
car.
They're all bad. Don't worry about it. Go to any,
That's not what he
Go-
wants to hear. I guarantee.
go to any Dodge dealership and you will find out they're all horrible.
I wouldn't.
I don't think he wants to hear that.
First of all, I had a Challenger.
You had
Second of all,
the
I
Cat Pack, right?
I had a Scat Pack. I do have a Ram Rebel. And I'm going to tell you that I have been to no good Dodge dealership for service.
Well, we're gonna have to find
Man.
one. Yeah, we're gonna have
So-
to find one for that car because that's
Yeah.
not something you just take anywhere to get worked on.
Yeah, and you could talk to a lot of, I don't know, maybe there's some Dodge people out there. They'll tell you something different.
Yeah.
But I've personally found like the dealerships suck. They suck
What?
donkey balls.
Did I tell you guys that they have a 500-mile break-in? They told us that
Yeah.
last time we were there.
Mhm.
So you only get 400 horsepower until you hit 500 miles, and then it unlocks the full 800 horsepower.
Yeah.
And I told him, if whenever it comes in, we could put that full 500 miles in one day if you really want to have some fun.
Yeah. Tell him I said get a Challenger because it's all-wheel drive.
Well, that's what he's getting is a Challenger. Did I say Charger? I meant Challenger.
Oh,
if I said
no, I'm
Charger.
sorry. Not okay. I meant Charger. The Charger.
Oh, no,
yeah,
four-door. Get that shit out of here. What are you talking about?
I don't
Get
like.
that
I don't
out.
like 4-door either. I'm being facetious. You know what? The only ones that you can get all-wheel drive on the Challengers is the
thought they're
V6.
Are they not doing it on the wide bodies?
You can't get all-wheel drive on any of these cars. It doesn't
Are
make
you
sense.
sure the new wide body does not
No.
have all-wheel drive?
You cannot. The V6.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure on that.
Because I thought the wide bodies may have had an option for all-wheel drive.
No. Only the Charger can you get. You can get the Charger in all-wheel drive, and of course you can
But they
get
don't do it on
the
Challenger.
yeah. You can get the Grand Cherokee in all-wheel drive. What is this?
The Challenger SRT
Fast-
Hellcat will be available wide body package. No,
Yeah. Fast.
No,
Jet
yeah,
Set-
the Hellcat. Nope, you're right. I'm sorry. It's the Charger. The Charger
Yeah.
Hellcat has SXT all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
I wonder why they wouldn't release it on the Challenger.
I looked into all this. Like when people get mad at me because I didn't get one, I was like, why do I want all that horsepower?
Dodge
that you
revamps
actually
its
can't put to the ground.
Charger. God damn it. I keep reading thinking Challenger, and it's Charger. Dodge
Yeah.
revamps its 2019 Charger lineup. Adds all-wheel drive. Yeah, they don't do it on the Challengers. This is crazy.
Here's what they said. They feel like the people who buy those powerful cars don't want all-wheel drive. So
I don't know.
You can get
I don't
it
have
on the
anything.
V6.
The one thing that he needs to get in on the club.
Have you ever seen? Do you see how quickly those wreck?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
I've never seen one wrecked. So no.
Oh, really? There's lots of them.
He's got to get in on this group. There's a group of guys that it's friends of a friend of his that he knows that have a couple of them have the Red Eye Demons from last year, the 2018. That's when they actually made the Demon. that go out to John Travolta's airstrip and drag race on like the weekends. Because he's only in Ocala. He's like just south of Ocala.
Yeah.
But so they know somehow they know him or know somebody in the community, and they're allowed to take the demon Hellcats out there to drag race on the weekends. And I was like, we need to go. We need it even just to go see it. That would be hella fun.
Scientologist.
Huh?
Scientologist.
Yeah, probably.
The Scientologists. Yeah, Scientologists are trying to take over Ocala.
Are they really? Are they pushing it?
Well, I know
They have Clearwater.
John Travolta is in Ocala.
Yeah, they have
And
Clearwater.
I think because Ocala is going through like.
Did you not listen to anything I just said? You did not listen to a damn thing I just said, did you?
No, I was reading comments.
Serious?
All right, I posted.
I don't hear after
Do I need
all
to say
this
this
horsepower with no all-wheel drive.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So a friend of my dad has is part of this group that drag races red eye Hellcats at John Travolta's airstrip.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus Christ! You listen to fucking nothing.
I didn't hear that. I was reading people's comments. There's a bunch of comments.
Check out what I put in the chat. It's a reverse trike.
No, don't say that. Those are terrible.
It's got a ginormous diesel engine on it.
Reverse trikes are awesome. Is this a link to Facebook, Walter?
Yeah, but I opened it on Facebook and it worked.
I have to join the group to see it. I can't see it.
Oh, you do? You can't? Okay.
I can't get on.
Okay, I thought the link would work. But yeah, it's a Detroit diesel group. And
okay.
Just to make a long story short, somebody put I believe it's a
Bash Stiff says going to Travolta's, duct tape your butt.
That's another thing too, by the way. Yeah.
Put on a chastity garment.
Lock it up.
Plug in. Put the plug in.
Yeah.
Duro Sig 556R says, "What is Hank need all-wheel drive for? He lives in Florida."
Let me see if I can grab this picture.
Yeah. Christian Grass all-wheel drive equals handicap for bad drivers.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. There's first of all, like that Corvette, the Corvette that's out now. There's a not the Corvette that's coming out, Walter.
Yes.
The Corvette that's out now. There's like a super powerful Corvette out there right now.
Okay.
I think we were talking about this before. Look at the footage of that. One of GM's like vice presidents, one of the high up executives.
You're doing
Yeah, those things. I don't know. You guys could do what you want to do. Like I actually, I've driven a whole bunch of different cars. I appreciate the all-wheel drivedness. Okay, and it fluctuates, by the way, so it gives you the power where you need it. So
like this, because Pinky's out because he's
If you're gonna buy a car because of a straightaway, whatever you guys call it here, like a quarter mile drag strip. If you buy a car based on that solely, and you don't plan on actually driving places, I drove my car all over this country, the entire circumference.
Dad is never going to put more than 10,000 miles in that car. I guarantee.
I'm approaching 17,000.
That's crazy.
So I can tell you that it's fucking awesome.
My
really good.
2012 Fiat Abarth has 26,000 miles.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I like the Abarth.
Yeah, and that's not very much for
2012. Hell no, that's like no miles.
Yeah, the typical day is 1 mile to shop and 1 mile.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I really
you drive yeah, but you drive the Suburban a lot. Now let me tell you, I have a Suburban rental right now. It's pretty cool.
I'll give you credit.
I know you. Once you go that big ass Suburban, you're gonna go like, what?
That Suburban is massive, but that trunk space in the back is
baby.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
the studio back there.
I think I sent Walter a picture. What was I getting, Walter? Like 24 miles per gallon when I went to Tallahassee. Yeah.
24 miles per gallon. Shut some of the cylinders off or something.
Yeah, it shuts the cylinders down, but also like when I was jumping my son's car and I try to rev the engine. They've got all kinds of limiters on that, so you don't hear that big engine. I had the hood open, and I was like, "What the hell's?" My windows were down, and I'm revving the engine, and it sounded like a friggin' 4-cylinder. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" So there's a lot of stuff that shuts off.
You're paying for that tech, though, for sure, on that car.
Yeah, but when you need to haul a sheet of plywood, baby, right in the
in an SUV, when you need to haul a sheet of plywood, get a truck.
You got to haul about 10 people. You can even throw some in the far back with no seat belts. You know, like
lay down. Don't. If you see a cop, hide.
Yeah, the pickup is not that fast on it. And then for all the money that it is, so I'm used to, like, when I walk up, if I have the keys in my pocket and I walk up to a car, I could just put my hand in there and open the door. I don't have to hit the button.
That's kind of crazy to me that they don't have. Yeah,
they don't have that.
automatic locks.
Yeah, they don't have that. Also, I don't have to go put the key in the ignition. I'm trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do to get this car started? Do I actually have to take the keys out of my pocket, put it in the ignition, and turn it?
The one that you had was a base model, though, right?
Yeah, it's the LX that.
So does the upgraded model come with the features we're used to?
I don't know.
You can get every whistle frickin' bell if you want.
Let's see how much I can make one of these cost.
If you want to buy a second house too, you can spend that much.
What's the name of it? It's a shit.
It's a 2019 Chevy Suburban LX. Yeah. So, but Suburbans are cool. Can't
put a couple horses in the back for
Brian
sure.
Wyatt wants to know if I've ever seen Crater Lake in Oregon. No, I don't.
Is that the one that you can boil to death in?
I don't know.
I think is Crater Lake the one that the water coming out looks still and calm, but it's like 180 degrees or something. Somebody will remind me. Or is that the one with colors? It's got like all sorts of bright colors.
Yeah. Okay, Tyven Show says that had to be a funny picture of you jump starting your R8 to your son's little car account. No, I used the Suburban.
Yeah, he didn't use the R8.
Yeah, I'm not even letting my car connect to that Passat.
Oh, here you go, Hank. The premier version. Premier version starting at $66,795 comes with magnetic ride control, keyless entry with push button start, 12-way adjustable seats with heat and vents. How do you adjust 12 ways?
That's
20-inch.
Yeah, that's a Suburban. Okay, the rental company probably doesn't buy the keyless.
They're not getting you. The LS is the base model. The Premier is the top of the line model.
Oh yeah. Okay, so no, this one
Hank, you didn't get it in 4-wheel drive? Psh, what are you thinking, man?
My next Suburban is going to be 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Fast Tiff says he'd have to find the R8 battery first. Okay. Lots of hate. I get it. I get all the hate.
It's hidden under that all-wheel drive gearbox.
There's no one that's driven in that R8 that doesn't like it. By the way.
Oh, of course I like it, but I'm not paying $200,000 to like it.
Did you notice? Okay, did you notice how quickly it took off, Babyface?
Yes, of course it does.
Did you notice how there was no wheel? Did you notice how there was no wheel spin or
all-wheel drive? And I just don't drive a car like that without all-wheel drive.
Wait! Are you pushing your glasses up right now? Your pinky's out.
Yeah, I'm pushing my glasses up right now. I believe you know what? It's a good question. Yes, Fast Stiff is saying I probably don't even know where the battery is. I believe the battery is in the boot at the front.
It probably is in the front. Yeah.
It's in the bonnet.
So, not that I'm going to use it. Yeah.
Don't you know where things are?
Yeah. I don't know. I've never had to use it on there. So.
No worries, man. No worries.
Listen, that thing. I'm going to tell you something. I had literally a flat tire, and I drove on a flat tire from Texas all the way out to Las Vegas.
Why?
Because no one would change. I couldn't get the tire changed anywhere.
There was no authorized service between there and there.
The tire is it's a very specialized tire. So, but it was fine. I could see how inflated it was. I could see what temperature it was the whole time. So, it's totally fine. And it's funny, once the tire heats up and all that, it holds whatever air is in there. So,
man, you're talking way above my level. I can tell you that. So,
yeah. I'm
just a simple Suburban guy, you know.
Yeah. I could tell you this. So, with all if you look at the Grand Tour, the R8 is in the top 10 of all the supercars in the world that they've driven.
I'm sure
on that board. So,
thank you, Tyven, for offering some employee pricing for me when I get a new Suburban. So,
okay. When are you upgrading?
I don't know. It's not going to be right away.
I call dibs on your old Suburban.
You know what? The Suburban that we had before this one was a 99, and when I sold that, I felt like it's not the same kind of thing. I'm not being facetious, but I kind of felt like my dog died or something because it was like
You get attached to it, right?
it was like oh man, I missed that Suburban.
But think of all the stuff you've done with that thing, all the places. And
Oh,
I had a
well,
hard
I mean,
time selling my last Mustang, but luckily it went to somebody that we know. But no, it was like I went through all college with that Mustang. It was hard to just
Yeah.
get rid of.
I mean, we bought that used with 50,000 miles, and I think I sold it. It had 160.
Holy hell! What are those engines? How those engines just run and run and run?
The one right now has 155,000.
Holy shit! That's a lot.
That's 10 years old. I bought it right before the crash in 2008. A brand new.
It must be really solidly built engines or
That's
something.
a cast iron LS engine.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, I go to the machine gun shoot in Kentucky. I can't do it without something like that.
Big.
And
Yeah.
it's paid for itself. We'll just say that.
yeah, when I had my
bodies
conversion van was a Chevy, and I never had any kind of issues with the engine.
Yeah, not wood. I haven't had anything.
Hanks made no vehicle mistakes in his life.
Oh, I have
I wasn't terrible.
some horrible,
Conversion, man.
yeah, some horrible. You know, I think Lola
Never
was
any-
a couple of years ago. Lola was driving a 1996 Buick Riviera.
Oh my god.
See, so people don't like understand us. They don't know for the last like 10, 11 years or something like that. I bought used cars, whatever I could buy, pay cash for everything and
And
all
then
that kind of
something
stuff.
happened. You were abducted by the aliens.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so
The German, the Audi aliens came down and they took you into the
because I decided, maybe when I get old or I kick the bucket, I can't press a rewind button or a restart button and come back and enjoy my freaking life.
Walter, everybody's saying you can get at least 200,000 miles out of one of those LS engines.
Yeah, probably so.
That's crazy.
I don't worry so much about the engine. When I get to like where it's at right now, I start to think transmission.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's when the older Suburban 160, I started to think,
yeah, something's gonna start stripping soon.
and I just put a new battery in it and everything, and it was running good, and the air worked good and everything. And
nice.
But that thing, the older ones, they're simpler as far as the interior goes, and I hate to say it, like in a rest area, it's easier to sleep in, but.
Yeah.
But you know, it had advantages. It had less blind spots and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I think I've had a, you know what was this? Someone said, "Wouldn't you rather have the Buick?" No, Buick is nice. It's a nice, comfortable, floaty kind of car.
Oh, and DCG 44S, I would take a vintage Ford Pinto. Even with the exploding gas tank, I would take a vintage Ford Pinto.
Get bumped in the back.
4-cylinder, 4-speed on the floor.
Yeah.
How many of them do you see anymore?
They all blew up.
I know.
They were like
I would like a Gremlin.
Hey, they were disposable.
Yeah.
I had there was a time when we were junking cars and we bought from this guy a Gremlin X. And the Gremlin X had,
Hold on.
yeah, the
Let me look
Gremlin
this up.
X had a 304 V8 with a 4-speed on the floor. And I did not realize that was like the GT model for the Gremlin.
That thing must have.
Oh boy.
And I started parting it out, and it was already too late. I already sold parts off it, and it was like, oh man.
There's one that has the Starsky and Hutch stripe. Did that one that you guys have a stripe on it?
Yeah, a stripe on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shooting brake. It looks like a shooting brake.
Yeah,
So
Gremlin.
this is kind of weird to me. I've never driven a car with a stick on the.
Oh, really? That's the first thing I learned how to drive.
I learned how to drive it on the not on the column on the floor, but column just seems so weird.
My
Ugh.
dad had a pickup truck, a Chevy with a 3-speed transmission.
Shifter.
And it was like I had to go to work, and he goes, "Here's the keys."
Learn how to drive it.
Did that Gremlin X have a hood scoop, Walt?
I can't remember. It might have had a real small one.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it was a V8 with a 4-speed.
Hank instantly wants one.
Yeah. I want all
hit the
cars.
gas too hard, that thing's gonna flip over backwards on you. Those tires are so far back.
Yeah.
It just works it.
If they have it in all-wheel drive, I'm in.
Oh God.
Now, if you can find me a Gremlin body, we'll put it on 4x4 chassis.
By the way,
I'm not doing no radio, missing doors Challenger thing or whatever that is, Charger.
By the way, someone said that they like the R8 is cool. It would be cool if it was rear wheel drive. They did come out with a limited edition rear wheel drive version.
That's like the Lambo. They still make the one Lambo is all wheel drive, and then they make the other one that's just rear wheel.
So
some people want that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's pure awesomeness. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And you can still drift it. You just have to shut off.
You can shut the front wheel drive off?
No, you can
or change
take off the traction control.
The ratio.
Yeah, if you take off the traction control and some other of the nanny stuff, then you could totally drift it. Yeah. You could totally drift
nanny safety, same thing.
You could totally drift it. I don't know how we got into the whole car conversation.
We're ending on car talk tonight.
Yeah, but I could go deep in the car conversation.
Armament and Access. I have a friend that has. I think he has 2 Javelins. So I don't know if both of them run, but yeah.
I'm trying to think of the oldest car I had. I know I had a Chevy Sprint. I can't remember what year that was. I had a little tiny, really old Chevy Sprint, and it lasted literally 2 days. And then it just totally died. But I think the oldest car that I have, let me see, that I can remember. I think I had like a 1985 Honda Prelude, which was awesome. If you've never rocked a Honda Prelude, those are pretty cool. I don't know if I had a 70s. I'm trying to think. Did I have a 70s something?
67 Mustang, short period of time. Had a 68 Cougar XR7 GT, which is another rare car. It's a GT package. And
why'd you get rid of that?
That's
always the question. And there was
because I didn't have money to really make it nice. Okay.
Yep. It's always everybody's always like, I wish I wouldn't have sold that car at some point in their life.
You don't realize how cool it is until it's 10 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
I had I came into a Buick Riviera, the big bubble window ones in the back.
Oh,
455 in it.
Okay.
For next to
it was like a Stingray kind of in the back.
Yeah. Now they lower them and customize them.
Those were so awesome. Yeah, I love those.
Had a huge ass engine in it. A 71 Thunderbird. Many memories in the 71 Thunderbird. That was
the lightest car you probably has was what was it? A Suzuki Sidekick?
Fiat X19.
What about the didn't you have a Sidekick? No. What was it?
Samurai. I had a Samurai.
The Samurai.
Samurai put 130,000 miles on. That was a good ride.
You weighed more than the Suzuki Samurai.
Maybe.
Yeah.
30 miles per gallon when I bought it, and 30 miles per gallon when I got it.
And you had a bumper sticker on it that said "No fat chicks."
When I met my wife, the story. It was a license plate thing around it, right? So she's the first day at work or second day at work or whatever. She's walking in and she sees this on the.
Oh God!
She goes, "Who the hell is this?"
Oh, God.
Ta-da! Yeah.
Hi.
Got married.
Yeah.
That's how you get married. No, very cool. All right.
Sees you at your worst.
Yeah. So let's. Someone says the Galaxies are used as police cruisers. Galaxies are nice. Okay, so let's. Someone wants to know, what is this Armament and Access? Any of you done 200 miles per hour in a car?
No.
Nope.
No, not yet. But I will. Sometimes I get close. But
going to that runway.
That's right. Yeah, I get close, but I think the fastest I've done for safely is probably about 150.
You're in Talladega. How fast you go in Talladega?
They don't let you go.
Like I can only get up to 130 because you can't go past the pace car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I did 130 for like 15 minutes.
You get up on the high bank?
Yeah. It's on video. You can check it out.
Okay.
It was pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And then I heard it's also harder, like when you go up there because of gravity, it's harder to go faster. Right?
I don't know. I've never been up there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I hear about the bank tracks or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, someone says, I'll give you a good deal on my 1987 Prelude. Comes with free mouse nests. Okay. You can keep it. unless we could take the body off and put that Challenger body on top of that.
Oh God, no.
No? Okay.
Even in its current state, that would overdo the Prelude's capacity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know if it was a stick shift or not. Okay, you know what? Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up here. We're having way too much fun. I want to thank everyone for joining us, hanging out with us. Babyface, what do you want the folks out there to do?
Babyface P _Babyface_P is my Instagram. If you guys want to, you can donate to Buckshot to help him out. It's on GoFundMe. You can either find it on my Instagram. I have a post about it. Hank, I think, has posted about it. A couple people have. Or if you go to GoFundMe and do a search for Buckshot, he's like the first one that comes up. Yep. We're probably going to close it pretty soon. We almost have like the whole bill paid for, which is amazing. So I might give it another like 24 or 48 hours and then close it up. So
okay,
but
all right.
We appreciate it. Everybody has been amazing, and I have read every comment, and they're very appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks everyone out there doing that. What about you, Walt?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Correct. They're all not working.
Still haven't heard anything from the from ATF. Lawyer talked to them on Monday to see what's going on. I haven't heard from him because he was thinking the same thing I was thinking. I sent him a little email on Monday saying because the story from ATF has been 2 weeks. So I said, "What are they in the gun business?" That's like some of the gun manufacturers say 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're waiting on that still. Working on more stocks. So for you guys that are waiting for street box stocks, we're working fast as we can.
Yes, absolutely. And I know I saw you put up a video of what was that? Do you put up the video? Was that the Streebog?
That was
almost done.
That was the full size MP5K.
Oh, the MP. Okay.
I mean, MP5 stocks. Yeah, with the back piece, the base of the stock is we're finishing that up right now. So once we get that done, we'll be able to get them anodized and actually start putting some together and shipping them out. So
okay, very cool. Lots of well wishes to Buckshot from Razor JB. He says best wishes to Buckshot. Brian Wyatt, much love to Buckshot. Armin and Axes get well soon. Little neck bone.
Fine. Check on Instagram. I'm going to be posting updates about him.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot, so.
All right. Yeah, tell him to take it slow.
Take it slow.
He's just curled up under the blanket.
I don't think he's going to have any trouble with him.
Yeah, he's in total slow mode right now.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. So
all right.
Coming down on those opioids. That's what
yeah. Make sure he doesn't get addicted.
Here's another hit.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for the love and all that kind of stuff. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. We'll be a little bit more organized here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Make sure you ring the bell to be notified. And you can find us on WMMF_podcast on Instagram. Make sure you follow Babyface P and Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms.
The last little bit, 2 seconds of Gordon. Wow.
Yeah. We're out. Peace.